Bulldog Nation, you are now going to witness, watch, and listen to the best podcast in the league. Get set for a wild ride with From the Hill Podcast, featuring Wayne Cartwright, Damian Green, Tanarius Gooden, David Thomas, Jennifer Murray, and Corey Williams. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to From the Hill Podcast. It's time to turn up the excitement and make some noise.
What's going on, family?
What's going on, good people?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, everyone.
Well, it's good to see everybody. You know, I just have to say that, you know, we've got a lot to talk about. Let's just talk about that. Let's just start there. We got a lot to talk about tonight.
Do we have a lot to talk about, Wayne?
Yeah, we got some things we're gonna talk about tonight. But you know, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in our own family way, as we always do. And we want everybody that's in the comments that's gonna be watching us tonight. You know, make sure that you participate. If you got questions or you got things you wanna say, you know, and you say it in a wholesome, in a very respectful way, we will put it up on the screen for you. But first and foremost, before I go forward, I want to just say to everybody, thank you for tuning in once again. Make sure that you hit the like button tonight. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed. And make sure that you also look across the bottom of the screen where we have our updated sports information, some of which is we've got football, we've got volleyball, soccer. Volleyball and soccer are headed towards the end of their regular seasons. As a matter of fact, soccer, they have their senior day coming up this Sunday. And then you've got basketball up there, and even bowling is on the list. So we've got all those different things. So family, before we get started tonight, I do want to put a couple things on the board here in housekeeping. Thank you, Dave, for sending this over. This is our latest update of where we are in the 150th anniversary campaign, which, as you know, we have just over 2 months remaining in this drive, and you see that we're 61% to the goal. Now, you know, we know that there's been a few healthy donations that have been made that have been generous on behalf of one Mackenzie Scott. Mackenzie Scott, wherever you are, we definitely will welcome your donation to us as well, but also for
Absolutely.
But also for you Bulldogs alums, and even you don't even have to be an alum. If you just love just being in Huntsville and you like Alabama A&M, feel free to donate to this worthy cause, because you know, we will definitely appreciate the money that you have. And as you can see there at the bottom right of the screen, you can see how you can give. So definitely want to keep that momentum in the final 2 months of the drive. 61%, man, we're almost there. And then I also want to give a big shout out. You guys know this is a sport that's very near and dear to my heart. I spoke to Coach Murphy last night. Our A&M women, they competed in the SWAC championship yesterday, and they finished in a runner-up position. And that is a all-time high finish for them as members of the SWAC. So second place, they fell to, you know, they were behind Alabama State by 5 points. And in cross country, you know that, well, just to let everybody know, the top 5 runners on your team, whatever place they finish, you add their places up, and that's your score. Alabama State had 45 points. We had 50. The difference was their 5th runner finished exactly 5 places ahead of our 5th runner in the order.
Wow.
So that's how it happened. And it's close. It's very close. But shout out to Coach Murphy, man, my friend, who's doing a wonderful job with this program.
Man, great shout out to women's cross country and Coach Murphy, because man, from where we were a while back to where we are now, man, amazing, great job.
Yeah, and piggybacking off of that, Corey, we've had Coach Murphy on quite a few times on the show, and each time he's been on, he's always said, we're improving, and we definitely see the improvement, and that's what I like to see within our sports teams. It's great if we had one drastic change to another, but to gradually see improvement within the sports team, that's what I like to see. So keep on doing what you're doing, Coach Murphy.
Yeah, and then also I do want to mention too, our men's team, they finished 5th yesterday, and what's great about them finishing 5th, their number one runner, Braven Kibatok from Kenya, he has not been available all season due to injury. So they finished 5th without their best runner. And so big things going on with cross country. And now next up for them, they get ready for indoor season, which begins in December. So shout out to you, Coach Murphy. Shout out to you, Lady Bulldogs. Runner-up finish in the SWAC Cross Country Championships. And that is our housekeeping for tonight. And yeah. So
Hey,
go
Wayne,
ahead, Corey.
Before we get started, man, I want to give a shout out to, I had someone to come up last night to me and T, Miss Liz Smith. If you're watching, thank you. She came up to us and said, hey, we watch From the Hill podcast every Tuesday at 7. And she said she rushes home to make sure that she's there to watch us. And she said that she enjoys everything that we do and the work that we do. And she did say it's hilarious and funny. Also, it's informative, and it also shines a great light on Alabama A&M. So, Miss Liz Smith, if you're watching, I want to definitely give a shout out for you.
Shout out to you, Miss Liz Smith, and we appreciate you watching.
Thank you. Thank you for the love. Now, everybody, make sure you hit the like button tonight. And so we're going to roundtable tonight. And part of our roundtable tonight, I definitely just want to just start with the elephant in the room, which was the Magic City Classic. Jay the Great, you get the first swing.
Why?
Because you boots on the ground,
native, the
Birmingham
native.
through and through, and ladies first, you get the first swing tonight.
All right, well, let's get started. Well, first of all, let's say Classic doesn't owe me a thing.
Hey, get close to your mic, Jen. We can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Get a little closer.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so Classic, I had a ball. Now, mind you, we got whooped, but I had a ball from start to finish. Tuesday, I went to go see Dougie Fresh, and I saw a couple of songs from Rolls Royce again before my time. But I like Wishing Upon a Star, good stuff. Went to the press conference, which was so entertaining. Then I went to a day party at the Arlington House, which is in West End, and so that was pretty fun. And I went to the Green Carpet Affair hosted by Mayor Randall Woodfin, and that was nice. Got a chance to see DJ Jazzy Jeff on the ones and twos, and that was he's a legend. Thursday, what did I do Thursday? Thursday, I went to the October London concert because I did not see Ashanti because I was not staying out there all night and I was cold. Friday, went to First Take. I'm apparently in one of Cam Newton's selfies, but I ain't posting it because I'm still mad. Let's see. After that, came back up to kind of hang out at Legion Field with my dad. That's a family tradition. We always take pictures in front of the Lions, in front of Legion Field that Friday. So we kept our tradition. Then I took him back, came back to Legion Field to tailgate, and I saw a concert with one of my favorite R&B singers, Urban Mystic. Had a ball. Did not leave Legion Field until 11 o'clock somewhere, and woke up like people were like, "Are you going to the parade, ma'am?" I woke up at 10. It wasn't gonna went up to the went back up to the game, caught the shuttle. Listen, if you try to park at Legion Field, good for you. God bless. But I take the shuttle. Literally parked and was at Legion Field within 20 minutes. Um, got to the game, tailgated a little bit more. With that said, shout out to A&M. The A&M tailgate was excellent from start to finish. Absolutely excellent. And then we went to the game. Now, the game. Uh, whew, let me say this. First of all, let me give a shout out to Coach Shade and our football team. I know they have, been the brunt of a few jokes or whatever, but let's just be real. Coming into a scenario where Andrew Body is on a warpath to try to redeem themselves and try to get into that SWAC championship, it was a tall order. Um, it was a tall order. So again, I'm proud of them. They didn't give up. Um, and but it was pretty much determined in the first quarter that we was gonna have a long day ahead. So I did what I did. I still continue to take my pictures um, and socialized, spoke to people, got compliments on my King McNeil shirt. Listen,
Shout
I
out to
got so
King
many.
McNeil.
Shout out to King McNeil. I had so many compliments. People like, where did you get that shirt from? I was like, oh, King McNeil. So if you're watching, we need cards because the people want the product. Um, but yeah, it was that may have been one of the hardest classics I had to sit through. But with that being said, I'm still proud of the team. Um, they didn't give up. It was where Alabama State could not be denied Saturday. They could. They could. Uh, to kind of now I see Miss Hollis's comments to kind of go back to the Cam Newton situation. Whew, I was there and it happened so fast because he literally now let me say this. I know everybody's like, well, we didn't win anything. We actually won the student race prior to the mascot race. I know that's not going viral because of course, controversy sells, but we won the first race. So the energy was high, the band was high, the Bulldogs were there. And what I think happened, just again from my vantage point, it was just a bunch of um just play fighting, and then it got serious on one party's end. So again, I just want to give a shout out to our mascot. You hold your head up. I know a lot of people are joking, but in the end of the day, that is a student in that mascot's uniform. So I want our mascot to know that we love you, we support you, and that's that. Nothing, nothing warranted that reaction, but it is what it is. Um, outside of that, again, had a I had a great time. Saw my family. I have bulldogs in my family that were on the hill um, back in the '70s, if I'm not mistaken. So just to listen, sit and chill with them and listen to their stories, it's like, man, I am still proud to be a bulldog. No matter I know everybody's like, you're not hanging your head in shame for what? I have A&M on my degree. I'm good. So we regrouped as the first year. I kind of had to explain to people. Um, we have ups and downs in football. One thing I did want to say, Dr. Williams, he told me to say this after at the tailgate, after the game. He said, when you go on that podcast, let them know that he wanted to call some defensive plays, but they wouldn't let him. So
Yeah.
apparently, Dr. Williams is uh, he's a defensive coordinator on the side as well. So we want to make sure we give him his shout out as well. But
Well, This is why I wanted to start with you, because I knew we'd get the good sides of it, because you had the firsthand experience, and appreciate all that. And you're gonna contribute to the next part of the convo when we get to that part. Corey, I want to turn to you, man. I want you to, because you were there also, and talk about it from your perspective, man.
Okay, well, I won that first take, but I did watch it, and it was great to see the support of both universities. Supporting First Take. That was a massive accomplishment for them to come to Birmingham, Alabama, and to broadcast the largest HBCU classic in the nation, which is the Magic City Classic, the Amazon Magic City Classic, presented by Coca-Cola. But but it was an awesome event, and the only thing I said about the mascot, hey, next time when you're racing, let that helmet, let that hat fall off.
Right, just let it fall.
Just let it fall off. Don't worry about it.
I said the same thing, Corey, when I was watching it.
Hey,
I said, let that thing fall.
When you're in a competition, hey, you can't let nothing stop you. Let it fall off and just keep running. And that's the next thing as far as, but when you're in performance, don't never show whatever. Just let it fall off and keep running. But great job to our mascot, and great job to Alabama A&M representing. Now, as far as the game, hey, I'm still confident in our coaching staff. So, I know I see things as far as about coaching staff, but Coach Shade and our coaching staff are the right coaches for Alabama A&M.
Absolutely.
And it just comes down to, I'm not making the excuses, but if anybody knows anything about our team, we came into the game already like the mass unit, injuries, our starting quarterback, our top productive tight end out. So it would have took a miraculously win. And regardless, we've had to try to outscore teams this year anyway, even with our top talent there. And without them, we would have had to play one of our best games. Unfortunately, we played one of our worst games, even offensively. This was one of our worst games performance-wise, offensively, for one reason or another. But not to make excuses, but we were injured. We would have had to play one of our best games to win that game. Now, going forward, Coach Shade is a winner. The staff is a winner.
Yes.
I know on retrospect, some of the things that probably, and you can always second guess things, but every year, he's had a slow start to his first year, and then he makes considerable progress. He knows, it's obvious what we need, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna take a different approach this year as far as we're recruiting and really go out there and get what he needs. But that we were just, it's just like you're showing up to a gunfight. We showed up, we already had less bullets, but then they had more bullets. Like we showed up with a 9mm, they showed up with an AK, we just got outplayed in all phases of this game. And unfortunately, this was our worst offensive performance. It's no secret. Offense, we had been putting up yards and points, and we would have had to outscore them. So that was obvious. Although even with all the injuries, I was hoping that we can play a little bit better, but it just, whatever reason, we just didn't show up to the party. Does that say anything negative as far as about our coaching staff and our players? It just shows, hey, it's an eye opener, from our players wise, because now, the people who's playing, of course, our tight end and our starting quarterback, but the people who's playing, they're going to be playing for the rest of the year to show that they deserve to be on that field. Or how college athletics is, scholarships are year to year. And so, and the coaches are paid to win. Now, you see the SEC things that's going on. I'm not comparing the SWAC to the SEC, but, at the end of the day, you're trying to get better in every position. And so, and I'm pretty sure that's what the coaches is going to be evaluating, who wants it. Alabama State wanted it, they're in position to challenge for the conference championship. But I'm proud of our team now but at the end of the day, they players was better than our players. And and we're gonna recruit and to get to that point. And I know Coach Shade, them, we're gonna be from year to year. We'll be probably, I'm sure we'll be in contention next year. But we still got a chance to win, have a winning record. And I'm pretty sure some fans are thinking, no, the year's over with or whatever. But it's not for the coaching staff. It's not for the players. We still have a chance to finish with a winning record. We haven't finished with a winning record. People can say anything they want to, but we haven't finished in a winning record in probably about 3 years. And so I know I hear the chatter out there. 4 years. Thanks for correcting me. I know I hear the chatter out there saying, we did this and we did it, but we haven't had a winning record in 4 years. So he still has a chance to have a winning record. So this, by all means, this is not it's a season, that he started off with high expectations, but we still have a silver lining where we still can have a winning record, something we haven't done in 4 years. So that's the goal. And I'm proud of our staff, proud of our players who went out there and put everything on the line. And also prayers out there for the player that got injured, the defensive player that got injured, had to be carted off. So hopefully he's doing well. But I'm proud of my Bulldogs, and I'm still there supporting them and the coaching staff.
Dave, get in there, and then I'll come behind you.
That was a great perspective, Corey. I like that. Okay, so just the Classic in general. I know we like to go back and forth within the HBCU community about, whose Classic is better, and it's always, in my opinion, sometimes from a biased standpoint, because everybody hasn't been to every single Classic to say whose Classic is better, right? So you're going to normally go with your school. But one thing that I like about our Classic is when it comes to the Alabama A&M and Alabama State rivalry, it's across the board. Okay, so I don't mean just with the football team. I don't mean just with the band. We got the cheerleaders battling, right? Then we got the choirs battling. And of course, the mascot's going to do their thing as well. So our rivalry just not going to stop with the football team and the band. So I think that there adds, to the excitement of the Magic City Classic, because people attend these events, especially that battle of the choirs. That is a well-attended event. I did see, First Take on TV as well. Just like Corey, shout out to A&M and Alabama State for everybody showing up and, being engaged with what was going on. The whole Butch incident, while it was funny, I don't know if anybody saw my social media, but I was in the barbershop and waiting to get my hair cut, and somebody was like, "Hey, did y'all see Cam Newton fighting that mascot?" And I was like, "Oh man." But what the Williams always say about publicity?
Hey, all publicity is good publicity.
Exactly. So the reach is out there. So hey, it may not have looked good at that moment, but in that moment for about 5 or 10 minutes, they was talking about Alabama A&M in the barbershop. So I was proud to be a Bulldog in that moment right there. I don't have too much to say about the game. Honestly, one, I don't like watching any type of blowout game. It have to be Alabama A&M. Just any blowout game, those aren't competitive games to me. So I don't watch it. After the first quarter, I didn't watch the game anymore. So I don't have much to say about the game. It was something tough to watch. I knew this was going to be a tough game going against Alabama State, because Alabama State has been playing very well this season. And I knew it was going to be a tough game for us, but I did not expect the outcome like it was as far as the score. Yes, we did have a lot of injuries, and I know that's something that, we've talked about offline as well. But same thing with Corey. I'm not going to jump down on the coaching staff like some other people have. And, we've got some people saying that, asking if we miss Maynard yet. Leave Maynard alone and let Maynard stay where he is. We are under a new regime of coaches, and this is who we are focused on. So please stop bringing up Maynard. But just, overall, to you guys' point, the season is not over. We still got games left to play, and we still got to go out there and, compete. This game might be, I don't know. Sometimes you need that eye opener or that shaking moment. I don't know. I know that we've lost, games prior to this one, but I don't know. This might shake something up within the team and make them come out and play a little bit tougher. The one thing that I always yelling at the TV is tackle. So if there's anything I want to take from this game and give back to the team, we need to go back to working on tackling because they still missing too many tackles. That's all I got.
Yeah. Well, I wanna now give my thoughts on this thing, and I'm gonna come at this thing a different way. First and foremost, I did not pick us to win this game. I did not believe that we were going to win this game. So I was not disappointed that we didn't win this game. Not at all.
Well, I picked us and I was disappointed.
and the reason why I'm not disappointed that we didn't win this game, and everybody please hear me out when I say this, is that there's a difference between the people who know process than those who are just casual. And for those of us who are attached to football, who are faithful to football, you know how how you got to really try to learn and build a culture. I understand that very much so. And also knowing the fact that you were down starting quarterback. And if you didn't see the SWAT coaches call yesterday, we posted it. I actually asked Coach Shade about just injury report and things like that. He was very candid about that. But also what Coach Shade was very candid about, if you've ever watched any of the previous SWAT coaching calls, he never talked that much before. This was the most that he's usually every coach gets 10 minutes. Okay. Some of them go over 10 minutes, but most of them, they always get 10 minutes. Coach Shade every single Monday only uses about maybe 6 to 7 minutes. Well, yesterday he went over his time because he wanted to make sure that he addressed the actual situations with the team. And that's the part that I can appreciate, which goes to what I previously said, which I'm going to continue to explain about process. It takes time to be able to build something. Now, honestly, in today's day and age with transfer portal, name, image, and likeness, as I've said many, many times, and Corey even said it, it's a year-to-year process. You've got players that you only got one chance to have on your roster. Most of these guys are going to be gone next year. Okay, so you get one shot at it. But what you can do is you can establish a mindset and an attitude of how things work. Okay, the thing that I have to say for those that are the casual watcher, your opinion means nothing to me. And the reason why you casual watchers, your opinions mean nothing to me, because you can just go in and out. You can just go in and out whenever you want. You show up in Birmingham one time a year, or you may show up for homecoming. Okay. You might show up once a year, maybe twice a year. You might check the score every once in a while. But when you who aren't invested in the program come out on Facebook because your feelings are hurt, because you lost your bragging rights or your trash talking rights, or because you feel like the people from the other school are going to dog you and trash you and all that, and you get in your ego and your feelings, and then you want to come out here and you want to say negative things about a coaching staff that you know little about. You want to say negative things about players you know little about. You want to talk about a situation you know nothing about. That's why I say those opinions mean nothing to me. Now, to those who are very faithful and understand and get it, I understand the frustrations that you have because you watch these games week after week just like we do. You see the tackling, you see the defense, you see the effort. The effort is there. Listen, nobody wants to go out here and get beat 56-13, okay? Nobody intentionally gets beat 56-13. Nobody. Nope. Okay? One thing that you just need to understand where it just boils itself down to, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to make it very plain right here with this final statement in my soliloquy. Sometimes it just ain't your time. Sometimes the other team is just that dadgum better. Alabama State they were just that much better. They got better quarterback. They got explosive offense. They've got a team that is competing to win not just the East, but competing to try to win a SWAC championship. Alabama A&M football is not there yet. We can get there, but this is not the year for us to be there. And as soon as you can realize that, the easier it is that you can understand where we're trying to get to. And sometimes getting beat 56-13 is what you need to understand what it is you really need to do and where it is your vision is.
Yep.
And so now 4-4 with 4 games left in the season. If you would have told me that we'd be 4-4 at this point of the season, I'd have signed up for it 1,000,000 times over. And if you say that you wouldn't sign up for that after 3 consecutive losing seasons,
you lying.
You need to go hit an altar because you lie.
Hey, Wayne. Yeah, you're right. Hey, we saw the preseason predictions and everything. And so you're right. At 4-4, if we at this point, we are where we at one of the best case scenarios. I'm just saying off of expectations and knowing what you had, because everyone had us way lower than that's probably winning about 2 games this year.
Somebody said we was gonna win 1 game.
One game. See that? I mean, I'm just saying, a lot of folks didn't have us winning anything, and that includes our own people. Now, hey, look, I said 5-7 because the reason why I said 5-7 is because I said, hey, it's gonna take him a while. It's gonna take him a while, and he's got to build this thing, and he's got to develop confidence. But hey, we're 4-4, and we got a chance.
I think our fans got a little over. We got excited, and some, because some people already had us losing to Alcorn, because Alcorn was predicted to be number 1 on the other side, and then people had us losing to Tennessee State because they had an NFL coaching staff, and so we got spoiled. They got spoiled, but at the end of the day, like you said, but that shows you the kind of coaching we have, though, because of how they went into those games and how they prepared. But as the depth, we ain't have much depth. And so I told you at the beginning of the year, we'll have a chance as long as we stay healthy. But hey, we ain't healthy. And that depth is showing you with our second to third ain't there. So when we lose certain people, but that's the thing that the coach is going to identify going forward, that we got to build that depth so we don't drop down like that. But that's all. That's simple what it is. We didn't have the depth, and you played the wrong team when you didn't have the depth. We needed to play a different team, not having, them guns that we need.
Yeah.
So
I ain't ever seen us in 30 plus years that I've been affiliated with this team. I ain't never seen us in 30 years, honestly, had this many injuries to keep people. I ain't ever seen this. I'm like, what is going on?
What is going on?
I remember I saw what was that? Edwards had made the touchdown. I was like, sweet. I was like, he back. We needed him back. And then like the next play, like maybe 2 plays
hopping off the field.
He was and I was like, Lord have mercy. I said, touch, Lord, help, Lord.
Man,
but I would say this, like, I still have us at the beginning of the season. I said we were going to go 7-5. I have faith in that 75, and really hope we go 8-4. But I would say this, I kind of want to make sure I talk to the fans on this. I know we go right to fire everybody. We go right to it, but I want y'all to realize the things that has happened so far this season. Even with all of the injuries and anything like that, we have beaten Alcorn for the first time since, was it 2013? Or was it 2012?
2013, yeah.
Yes, we've beaten Alcorn for the first time since 2013. We beat Tennessee State, so we got a nice FCS out of conference win. Again, those things help the whole profile of the SWAC. We won homecoming. So, and again, those if you've been following A&M football, a homecoming win wasn't necessarily guaranteed. My God, today. But we won homecoming. So um we're heading in the right direction. And want to go back to what Cora's points again. I have complete faith in our coaching staff. I want to make sure I say that because I okay, I was on like y'all don't know I do I'm on the sidelines or the game, so I'm noticing the different energy on the sidelines between previous seasons. I'm not. This is not an indictment on any previous coaching staff, so I want to make sure I say that. But I want to talk about our coaching staff now. Even after the loss, I watch how they all like the football team, and for those of us, you know, we watch every game, win or lose or whatever, whatever. How many times have we just really seen our players just gravitate toward the band and do the fight song after a loss like that? That hasn't always happened. Well, sometimes they'll just go off the field, but it was still pride in our team after that loss, and I want to make sure I highlight that. That is the result of good coaching. Yes, the outcome was not what we wanted, but and Corey Tenarius and I went to the UAB game, and we watched. I just want y'all to we watched how Andrew Body carved up an FBS defense. Now you can say what you want to say about UAB, but they still have more scholarship players than a typical FCS school. And when I saw him light up UAB's defense, I said, "My God, today I had made peace with the potential that Classic was going to be a difficult game. I made peace then." Um, so and so I know a lot of people, they get caught up. Oh, I can't brag, baby. I was talking mess at work today. One thing about it, if you a diehard bulldog, you a diehard bulldog. Somebody came up and was talking to me about the score, and I politely told them, as of now, y'all still gonna be on the same sofa. We gonna be sitting on in the postseason.
I ain't gonna say that now.
Now listen, now hold on, let me finish.
I can't go that far now.
Listen, Wayne, I said as of right now. As of today.
I can't say that. Listen.
Let me talk my trash. Thank you.
You know why I've got to stop you there? Because I done seen Grambling and Jackson State folk. They've been going at each other all week. Grambling folks can't have their moment. All the Jackson State folk just reminding them. Where y'all going this year? Listen, they beat y'all. They beat you. Let them folks have their moments.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I ain't let them folks have no moment they can have. I forgot we online and y'all said I can't cuss. So I'm gonna let them have what they have. But you ain't gonna come and write 5613 in my face and think I ain't gonna say nothing back. That ain't how this works. That's not how this works. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's thank you. I don't care if it's table tennis. We getting our lick back, Bama State. We're gonna get our lick back. Now,
some way, somehow. We're gonna get that lick back. Some way, somehow.
But it does goes to show that every team is one or two players away from
a different season.
I keep saying it. I keep telling folks that, man. They don't want to hear us.
Because with the NIL and transfer portal and, all these, the Power 2 conference, they get, I'm just telling you, it's now all the, we got some elite players, but, you're going to be lack of depth just because of, money and everything. But in our conference, FCS, every team is one or two players away from a winning or a losing season, and that goes for Alabama State. That goes for Jackson State. As you know, I know we'll talk about that later on, but they lost a player, and so you see how that affected them. Alabama State the same way. They won one or two players get hurt. You'll see what kind of team they got. So.
Yeah, that's what I was telling folks, Corey. Don't mean I'm sorry for my tardiness. Little work had me there a little later than normal, so I'm sorry I'm not on camera either, just on my phone. But yeah, that's what I was telling people. You can take the Alabama Crimson Tide or the Philadelphia Eagles and remove their starting quarterback, starting tight end, number one place kicker, and a starting running back, and ask me how this season will be. Again, I heard there was no excuses about anything, but at the end of the day, it's realization. And I ain't gonna say I'm depressed as I was when I was driving lonely back up the interstate listening to I'll Be Missing You by P. Diddy. But you know, like I mean that sucks, man, to lose in that regard because if you don't know what all that locker room has went through this year with injuries, you'll be like, man, they're not even trying. I mean, Coach Shade mentioned a couple weeks ago that two of the starting quarterback was hurt. He just had surgery on Friday. The second and the third quarterback were in a car wreck together during the same week. Like this stuff is unheard of, man. You know, Godspeed the Quad on his ankle surgery that just happened. But yeah, it's been a year. And going back to the beginning, like how I look at everything before the season starts, I think everybody is even. Even Steven. I don't care what they did until you get between the lines and show that you're different. I'm not talking about those 2 or 3 games that you're either playing up the conference or playing down. I'm talking about when you're on even scale. So but you know, we just happen to mm, get the bad end of the stick because you can't. Everybody on this call right now, and the people that are watching, when we played well against Arkansas, you know, we actually played well. I know the score, and then the other games we played, you couldn't tell me that you thought we would be 4-4 right now if we still had the same people on the field. If you're saying you thought that, you'll be lying. Y'all put us as one of the top teams in the SWAC. So, but things change when injuries happen and you're not deep. And again, I don't think any team in college football is as deep as they used to be. Like used to be back in Alabama, if you hurt the running back, you got 6 more back there. Or like you had stables of receivers. You know, we never had that luxury and then where we can go 2, 3, 4 deep because of scholarship issues. But I just like Corey said, everybody's like, you know, 2 or 3 players away from having a totally different season. And this year just happened to get all of us at one time, man. Like I said, the season's not over. We
See,
still got 4 more games. I'm gonna be at the home games like I always am, and in my King McNeil gear, and it's gonna be Go Bulldogs.
T, I'm
And
glad that
everybody else needs to be there too. This is not the time because of this loss or how we lost for
Mhm.
y'all to jump ship on this team or on this coaching staff.
Yeah, David, I'm glad you said that. We gotta like even on a high year, we gotta get out of not going to the games after classic. Like there's
Yeah.
still things left. Like we
Yeah.
do that. We do that all the time. Even when we're up during this time of year. Like people when the game started at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and when it gets a little cooler, we just get like, oh, we're not going to football anymore. But yeah, we gotta still go.
We still got to go and take go to since Amazon was a title sponsor. Make sure y'all go to Amazon and get them hand warmers. If you look cool,
I about to say you better go
they
out there
got
and bundle up.
bundle up. What was that? What was that
look
game
here.
we all went to? It was we were so cold. We was huddled
yeah,
together.
it's cold.
Who do we beat? And then they put another team out.
Hey, we still got 2 home games
Mhm.
Yeah, 2
against
home games, 2 away.
against again, and the 2 home games, man. Prairie View said brass. They come to the hill, you know, and we know what position they're in, and then we have yet to beat FAMU since they've been in
And
the conference,
and I
and
feel
that's
like
an
this
opportunity.
that's an
Absolutely.
You know what
opportunity.
I'm saying? That's the opportunity.
Let me say this while I got everybody here, since we have Stead here. How you doing, Stead? God bless you. I Bulldogs. If there is nothing else to come back to those last 2 games for, is to see the face on Prairie View's face when they encounter a real heel, because they got the sign up by the camp. They got that sign. You walk in and tell them, welcome to the hill. No. On November 8th, y'all gonna see a real hill. And I want you to climb it. I want you to climb it. I want you to climb it.
And T, I'm so glad that you brought up because I forgot about our starting kicker, and you know, and he had just hit a 50-yard field goal, having a career, having his
Career
Oh
year.
yeah. Yep.
and
Yes.
and then to lose your big tight end number 13 to Abner, who was having a career year, who was going to be all conference, and the quad, who was going to be running toe to toe with Andrew Body. You know, it's a lot. We just chose to for the players who had stepped up, who had done relatively well, even with them out, they just decided, just had a worse game offensively this game, and so but that's nothing.
Wayne, I was gonna talk about that too. I said I was gonna stop reading the comments while I'm on the show, but I changed my mind. So
Talk, man. Talk.
so Mike, we ain't if you thanks for watching. First of all, let me say that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. It helps us out. Really appreciate it. But I didn't just say the quarterback. We lost a lot, and I didn't even tell you about the offensive line. Again, not making excuses, but realization is realization. I'm glad they won with a fifth string quarterback last year. Whoop de doo. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about this year. This year we were down starting quarterback, running back, tight end, place kicker, offensive lineman, and that's what happened. No excuse. We lost the game. That's where you play more than. That's where you have more than 11 scholarship athletes. But that just is what it is. Thanks for watching, though, Mike. I never seen your name before.
Yeah, man. I'm just in this mode of where we at. It's like, man, you just got to think about the path forward. I mean, like what happened Saturday, yeah. I know folks was upset. And listen, I ain't trying to say you shouldn't be upset. Because like I said, nobody wants to lose to their rival by 1 point, let alone by 43. Okay? No one wants to lose. But listen, Sam Shade, if you need to get some reference about his passion, just watch his interview yesterday with us on that coach's call. He said, I believe in trying to win the game. He said we could have taken the air out of the ball when it was 35-6. He said, but I am a competitor and I wanted to try to win the game. And that right there, that said all I needed to hear. He said, listen, we getting our butts whooped, but I'm still gonna go out here and try to win the game. And
Wayne,
listen,
the piggyback off that, I see coaching makes a difference. Yes, it makes a difference. But guess what? If somebody has the better talent team, guess what coaching does then? Nothing. We ain't talking about, sometimes the team is just better than your team.
I said that earlier. They were.
Like, let's just call a thing a thing. Andrew Body is a generational quarterback player. He's probably.
Well, I ain't gonna say all that. I've seen it before, but carry on.
Let me finish. He's probably one of the best HBCU quarterbacks in the country. Let's just call a thing a thing. And so he has something to prove. And especially when I left, I was surrounded by a bunch of Hornets, and they were just, this was right around the time Jackson State lost their game. So they're just re-energized the fact that they're back in the race. I know they're back in the race, but right now Jackson State is in the driver's seat. So if Alabama State don't make it to the SWAC, and they may, I'm just gonna still talk like they ain't going. So let me make that. Let me have it.
And Jen, I'm not gonna say that he's a generational talent, but he's a good quarterback, a great quarterback. But it comes to that scheme offensively compared to what our defense is. You got to have the guys on the defense. We do not have those guys to stop. If you know anything about the scheme that they was running, you have to worry about their quarterback. And honestly, they had running backs and they had fast wide receivers, so they had a lot going on. And so we would have had to have a strong front four that can bring pressure to shut that down before it gets started. We do not have that.
We haven't had that all year.
What people need to understand.
Our line was getting
have the defense that can match that scheme that they were running. So Body really didn't have to do much because
he didn't.
He did. He was a decoy. But we had to pay attention to him because we know what he's capable of.
Right.
So, but we just, like they say, you got to have the Jimmys and the Joes. We did not have them, and we don't have them.
Yeah. Hold on. I got to address this right here. Said Brass, this means nothing because guess what? Body had never beaten us either before last week.
Right.
It don't matter what it doesn't matter about the past.
I didn't know beat us
now. Right until Saturday.
This is about Saturday.
Yep.
Go
Now,
ahead, Jen. Go ahead,
and let me
Jen.
tell y'all what else I had. Y'all talking about Jimmy and Joe. Let me tell you what else I had, because y'all was T was something he wrote home saying. Let me tell you, I was happy because I discovered that vodka and tequila go great in the same color cup. So after at the end, it was good. So I wasn't sad for long. So it
Hey,
was.
Hey, I tell you what did make me happy though. That event on the last night.
woo,
Oh man.
woo,
Oh, if I wish I
yeah,
was there, boy.
man.
That
Boy,
I can feel like I was, and that's so crazy. 'Cause y'all know I work Thursday, so I was supposed to be asleep, but I stayed up and watched the game. Um, I watched the game last night in the event center. Let me tell y'all something. We getting our we may have lost a couple of football games this season, but we getting our licks back in basketball.
oh yeah.
We getting licks back, and I'm gonna be
Hey,
loud.
the
Why,
palace
And
at
why did
North,
I think?
the
Why did
palace
I
at
think
Norman
T
Hills
was
was
gonna say
rocking.
something different?
The
Why did I think T was gonna say something different when he said, you know what made me happy? I thought you was getting ready to say Jackson State losing the Grambling.
No,
That's
no,
what
no.
I
See,
thought you
not
was
even
about to
that.
say.
Look, I was trying to segue into basketball.
yeah,
That's
the
what I thought
palace,
you was gonna say.
that palace at Norman Hills was rocking.
Man. But T, outside the game, like you had a good time, man. Saw your pictures on social media.
Oh
You was
yeah, I
playing
got to.
with the
I
dog
was just out.
chain on and your King McNeil jacket. I think it was the King McNeil jacket you had on.
Yeah, so my dog chain is officially hanging around my review mirrors now. So like, whenever I pull up to a game, I'm gonna just throw that dog chain on. And I got to take a lot of good pictures. I saw Dr. Hugini and his wife out there in the tailgate. They were walking, enjoying themselves, man. And then it's just random people be walking out there. You don't know it. Mayor Wolfen just walking out there like normal. Uh,
You saw your
think
comment,
I
Mayor
saw,
Wolfen. Saw that
yeah, I saw
comment.
him out there. Like it just people just be walking, enjoying themselves, and just being regular people and enjoying the atmosphere, man. But the classic gonna always be the classic. But we won the Mayor's
Yeah,
Cup last night, though.
Yeah.
yeah. Now let's pause for a second. Cause speaking of King McNeil, let's pause for a second and we'll come right back.
Stand out, show pride, represent your legacy. The King McNeil Collection brings you premium college gear and Divine Nine paraphernalia made with style, quality, and culture in mind. Whether you're repping your alma mater or honoring your fraternity or sorority, KingMcNeil.com has what you need to wear it bold. Shop the collection today and let your look tell your story. Visit KingMcNeil.com, where tradition meets fashion. Use discount code FTH15 to receive 15% off.
Now,
Yeah, buddy, King McNeil. Better hit that FTH 15. Get you
y'all
some
better
of that
get it.
gear, man. It's falling off it's going off the shelves.
It
You better
is.
get you some, be part of the movement.
And I wouldn't endorse something that I don't like. I'm telling y'all, the material of the clothes is high quality. You can wash it, ain't gonna fall apart. It's really high quality.
He
Um
said, "Can King McNeil make me some PV gear?" I think he got some PV gear,
Yeah,
bro.
if you
I
go to
said
King
so.
if you go to
Yeah, go to
KingMcNeil.com,
KingMcNeil.com. Yeah,
yeah, and make sure you use FTA 15%. You can get off on Preview A&M gear too. Yeah, but they're licensed for a lot of schools, and PV is one of them.
And
Mhm.
if
yeah.
y'all
Get you
follow
some,
them
said
on
Brass. Get you some.
social media, they are popping up everywhere.
Yeah,
Yep.
get you
They are
some,
popping
bruh.
up
Go
everywhere.
to it right now. Put that FTH 15 in there. Buy you
And while
some.
and while I said this here, let me just say this. I used to live in Houston, and I know a couple of PB chants. What chant y'all gonna be saying Saturday? Who you rooting for? PBU? Is that what we gonna be saying? Is that what we gonna be saying Saturday? Because let me tell y'all, so I'm gonna be the biggest hater for the rest of the season. Somebody told me I was salty that we lost, and I said yes. I'm seasoned salt. I'm pink Himalayan salt. I'm, I'm sea salt. I'm all them salts. I'm salty. So I'm gonna be rooting for Prairie View. Go Panthers. Uh, all of that. Uh, me. So yes, I'm congrats. Yeah, that's it. You know. Congratulations. Good luck.
I don't care about none of them.
Well, You know, man, I'm just about seeing some really good football and seeing everybody seeing some games leads us into a nice segue that we have coming up here. These SWAT game picks are brought to you by Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard, located in Madison, Alabama. Whether you're craving something cool and refreshing or smooth and creamy, Rita's has you covered. Stop by today and taste the flavors that make every game day sweeter. Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard, located at 8042 US Highway 72 West in Madison. Jen, I'm going to call on you first.
Oh snap!
But you got something you want to say? You want something to say before we get into these picks? What you want to say?
I was gonna say shout out to Rita's.
Yeah, there it is. Shout out to Rita's. Yeah, shout out to Rita's. What's up, Dave Williams, my guy? All right. Y'all know what we do during this segment. You put your pick in the comments. You want to put a score, you can put a score too. And guess what? If it's funny, it'll get up on the screen. We'll make sure it gets there. All right. We got a full slate this week. There ain't no buys. There ain't no team that starts with the letter L. This is all SWAT games. Everybody, all 12 teams, everybody playing.
Hey, I was so happy not to see that team win when I was
Man.
playing. I was like,
Look
man,
here, man.
I'm so happy.
Look here, man. Listen, man. Sunday night, man, on my montage, I said, if Prairie View wins 38-0 over a team, I said I wasn't gonna say no more. Moving on.
They have met their quota for the season.
All right, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Jonathan Barnett, you're right. Or a V. Appreciate that too. Yeah, no L's and no V's. Get both of them teams out the way. And Westgate Christian, we don't want to never see you again either. While we got Pine Bluff up here. Okay. Hooey. There's a lot going on, boy, down there on that bluff. And I ain't talking about Pine Bluff. I'm talking about Southern. Now, I had the pleasure of speaking to Coach McNair for the very first time ever in my life yesterday on that coach's call. And he said the young men's are playing hard, trying hard, and doing all that good stuff. Listen, these boys are 1-7. They had their best offensive output of the year last week in another loss against FAMU. Pine Bluff, they went down there and they lost the homecoming down there at Bethune-Cookman, but they fought hard. Coach Hampton is kind of running out a lot of things to say, and gonna be some good seats available for y'all down there, my guy. Gonna be some good seats available, but nevertheless, somebody's got to win this game. And T. Gooden, you get the first swing.
I'm going with the underdog. I'm going with Southern.
I did not expect you to say that.
I know. I threw a curveball. I'm going with the Southern Jaguars.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
That was
dog.
a good one. That was a good one.
God, I love that. I love that. All right. Go ahead, Jay.
So yeah, Southern had probably one of, like Wayne said, Southern had probably one of their most productive offensive games last week against FAMU. So I think they're going to ride that momentum. And I know that they have to face Pine Bluff on the road, but I do see Southern pulling it out. I would say Southern 35, Pine Bluff 17.
Ooh. Okay. All right, Dave.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Southern. Just like everybody just said, I definitely saw like Jen said, I definitely saw a different team under McNair. So I'm gonna go with Southern.
Okay, and Corey, I have to say before I say this, Corey, this is what the NCAA thought about Westgate, because Arkansas Pine Bluff is actually 3-5. The NCAA doesn't recognize that third win.
Oh
That's
wow,
2-5. All right,
that's
let
crazy.
me move on. Go ahead, Corey.
Both teams on the bluff. Which one is the real? But I'm gonna go with the favorite. Hey, the team who got 2 wins. Hey, I think Southern played with pride against Florida A&M. but I just don't think they got too much left in that gas tank. So I'm gonna go with the team with 2 wins, UAPB, and hey, shoot, and them got 4 wins. So a lot of folk complaining, dog. They got 1 and 2.
Right, man. I was just thinking I couldn't
Yeah,
imagine being being
yeah,
a fan with 1 and
exactly,
2 wins right now.
exactly.
Lord,
So
I'm like, man, this the
That's
most love.
depressing.
This
So
the most. Go ahead.
Bulldogs watching, Bulldogs that's watching that y'all been feeling unhappy. We got more wins than they have combined. Okay, so the season ain't that far gone.
Man, I'm sitting up here laughing. I'm like, this might be the most like time I ever seen a 1-17 get picked. Let me go ahead on. Yeah, I'm right. I'm right there with you, bro. It's the toilet bowl. You're right. All right, here we go. We got Valley. Shout out to Valley. Shout out to Valley. Y'all know I love to say that. I love my guy Terrence Buckley, man. Terrell Buckley. He fights real hard. But man, 1-6 Valley fighting against Bethune. Here it is, Bethune. Continuing to try to stay in that East race. They're sitting there at 3-1 in the conference, and this is another opportunity for them to get another win to keep that ship rolling. All right, Corey, do you see Valley with a chance on the road?
who did they beat?
Valley beat that
Lincoln?
team that we won't say. Yes, that
Oh,
L
Lincoln?
word.
The NCAA should have took their victory then.
Correct.
Man, hey, Bethune playing. Hey, they in the running for the East Championship. Hey, it's gonna be a long day for Valley. Bethune by a mile.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, man, Bethune, no question.
Yeah, Jen.
Like Corey said, Bethune is still in the hunt for Swag's title. They have an outside chance, but they're still in the hunt. So with that being said, they finna break the scoreboard. Oh, I'm sorry,
T. We got
Yeah, I seen Bethune's offense go against us when when we had a pretty good healthy offense. I know they don't go against each other, but I just saying I know they can put up some points, and I've seen us go against Valley. So ain't no way in the world I'm picking Valley to win this game.
yeah. Shout out to Valley. All right, the HBCU Go game. And it's kind of funny. I go back to the comment here that Dave he said Coach Dishman doesn't care for Wild Wayne Cartwright. If y'all ever see the SWAT coaches call, man, this dude Chris Dishman literally shows up late. He gives like 2-word answers. He don't want to talk to nobody. He just want to just be like, look, man, I'm just ready to coach ball.
What
So
you do to that man, Wayne?
I ain't do nothing to that
What you do to
man,
that
dog.
Hey, I ain't gonna go get to the point and ask the questions where everybody want to know. That's what it is.
I'm sure it was.
Man, listen. But here you go. Texas Southern, they're coming off a bye week. Alcorn, they beat Valley last week to get their first SWAC win. This is the HBCU go game down there in Houston. T. Gooden, who you got?
Man, Texas Southern, Houston, Texas, Paul Wall, them.
Paul Wall.
There you go. All right.
What you
Jay?
said, Meg the Stallion? Oh no, okay.
Go ahead, Jen. Who you got?
Oh yeah, the third ward Tigers. Yeah.
Dave?
Yeah, man, Texas Southern.
And Corey, clean sweep?
Man, who Alcorn beat last week?
Valley.
Probably Lincoln. Oh, my bad.
But the week before that was that other team. Yeah,
Right.
Lincoln.
Yeah,
See,
Valley and Lincoln.
they supposed to have one win. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me say this. While we're all here, Texas Southern still is in
Yeah.
a championship hunt as well. So
Yeah.
they're going to be playing like all of these teams. I know it's PV and TSU on the west, and the 4 teams with 1 conference loss on the east.
Man,
They're still fighting for their championship lives. So I expect a really big showing from Texas.
Yeah.
yeah, I got Texas Southern, man. At the end of the day, I think they're the more physical team, and then you got to have a quarterback. I've been saying that all year. If you don't have a quarterback in this day and age, you don't have a chance. And so Alcorn, they got a decent quarterback, but it's not one that's just gonna make you so much better than the other team. So Texas Southern.
Yeah. All right. And now we get to the good stuff.
My Lord.
This is a night game now. Down there in Tallahassee. These two teams are linking up for the very first time as SWAC opponents in Tallahassee. We know about how Jackson State is with their quarterback, Jacobian Morgan. He will be out in this game. So step up Jared Lockhart. And coming off a rare loss for the first time in a minute in SWAC play, that is. And FAMU, don't look now. They got their offense rolling the last 2 weeks, even though it was against Alcorn and Southern. But nevertheless, here they are. Tough to win and brag, even though Alabama State and North Carolina Central had an easy time there this year. But this might be a little bit different. T. Gooden, where you going on this?
Man, this is gonna be good. Quarterback, not that it's good that the quarterback is out, but it'll be interesting because the starting quarterback is not playing. But I don't have any faith in Florida A&M. I need them to continue to lose so they be deflated once they play us. So I'm gonna go with Jackson State for the victory. I mean, I think they would win with the backup quarterback. I know it's in Florida A&M, but I don't think they're that good to win just because they're at home anymore. Unless they get some help from the guys in the stripes.
Jen?
I mean, it's definitely easy to go. I mean, this is the perfect. This is actually a trap game. This is the perfect environment for an upset. Bragg Stadium at night is no joke. But even with that, I do think that this loss against Grambling has lit a fire on this Jackson State team. So I do see them pulling it out. It may be slow in the beginning, while the back and I hate I don't have his name available. The backup for Jackson State,
Jared Lockhart.
I don't know why. Yes, it may be. They may pull out a little slow for Lockhart to get comfortable, but I think once JSU gets rolling, I think they're going to pull out in the second half and have a good advantage. So I got Jackson State.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with Jackson State. Though Wayne, like you said, Florida A&M offense has been rolling. I don't think it's enough to beat Jackson State, even if it is in Tallahassee. I like JSU's backup quarterback Lockhart. I think he did pretty well once he got put in the game. So yeah, I'm sticking with Jackson State.
Corey?
This is probably about an even game since Jackson State quarterback is out for this one. But, at the end of the day, I'm looking at the team that got the most talent. And I think Jackson State with their defense, they're going to be challenged this week to play like the Baltimore Ravens or the 85 Bears to really just win it for them. And I think that'll give their offense time to get adjusted. And TC will have a week with him knowing that he's not having, instead of your quarterback getting hurt in the first quarter, he got a whole week to know, to put a plan in place to attack Florida A&M. So, and Jackson State playing for their season, because I'm telling you, one loss, they probably not going to make the SWAC championship. So they need to win all the games. So they playing for that season. And I think they're going to come with the mindset and they're going to go in and beat Florida A&M.
He said Jackson, but not by 40.
Hey, real quick, what game got moved from earlier this year because
That
they
was
couldn't play?
FAMU was supposed to play Valley. That's going to be
Okay,
in
and
November.
got that's the one. So that doesn't happen until Thanksgiving week, right?
Right.
And they're not going to cancel that. Let them students go home.
Right,
man.
go home, man. Valley needs to stop. Yeah, my bad. I just thought about that.
You're going to spend your Thanksgiving weekend in Itabena, Mississippi.
Right.
Ia said we have expectations of our defense on Saturday. Well, hey. All right. The next one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alabama State coming on down to Prairie View. Last year, these two teams played. It was 9-6. Alabama State won. It will not be 9-6 on Saturday.
Yeah, nobody plays defense like that anymore.
So, listen, Alabama State coming in right there at 3-1. right back in it, man, with Jackson State going down last week. And this huge game for them to stay in this thing. And also Prairie View, 4-0, leading the West. And right now, if the season ended today, they would be hosting the SWAC championship game. So it's a lot of big stakes across the board. It's a shame this game's only on SWAC TV. I wish it was on ESPN U or ESPN Plus, but nevertheless, we got a showdown in Prairie View on Saturday afternoon, and Corey Williams gets to pick it first.
Man, this is a tough one because if you go, this could be a rematch in a SWAC championship game, and the winner of this could be hosting the championship. But if you look at Prairie View in the West, the competition is not strong. However, Prairie View has found a way to win each and every game, regardless of how it looks. And that and so I commend them for that. And if you look at Alabama State, definitely they have an offense. And if people looking at how they beat us, everybody will be picking Alabama State. But I gotta look at another team who has their players, and this is gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game. But I hate to pick them, but I think they've been tested this year in some road matches and different things. So I got Alabama State going into Prairie View Stadium to beat them, but it's going to be a close game.
All right, Dave.
I'm with Corey. Hate to do it, but got to go with Alabama State.
I think I know where Jen's going. Go ahead.
I'm really rooting for y'all, Prairie View. I just want you to know that. However, I got to call a thing a thing. Andrew Body going back home to Texas, with all of this, the championship implications, it's not gonna be fun for Prairie View. I think I got Alabama State big.
Jen,
I hate to say this.
Jen, I won't be surprised if Prairie View was to win. I'm just gonna be honest because I'm gonna tell you is you 1 or 2 players away, and I saw Andrew Body playing, and really just from my spectators here, I don't know if he's 100% healthy. They just don't have to turn him loose like that. But if you look at him, I don't know if he's 100% healthy, but they don't need him to perform like that.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna tell you, this game can go either way.
All right. T. Gooden.
All right, so Corey, I'm with you with Andrew Body, and then the assessment of what you think, how he looks. The thing about it is they didn't have to use him against us to win that game the way they did. Hell, we gave him good field position most of the time. But yeah, so this is a tough one for me too, because I've seen Alabama State play. I've seen their offense. However, I also seen their defense. And we unfortunately didn't knowing Alabama State has holes in their defense, we didn't have the offense to pick those holes. I think Prairie View has the offense to pick those holes, so I don't think they lose at home on Saturday. I'm gonna go with Prairie View Saturday, and this is not even me picking against Alabama State because I normally do. I'm just picking against them because I really do think this Prairie View team is good and they're at home. So I think they got it's gonna be tight now. I'm saying 7-point margin, one way or the other, but I'm gonna pick Prairie View.
Well,
now why we can't be sane because we ain't pick Prairie View? Like what?
Because he's so diehard and he doesn't.
Because he's a fan.
Anything.
That's how he's supposed to be.
He don't want to hear nothing else about it. But I do want to say this when he says this. He says, "Why do people like saying PV hasn't played anybody?" People like saying PV hasn't played anybody because they don't have respect for the West. And whatever you want to say about people's thoughts about the West, that's their opinion. Some of it might be from the casual watcher. Some of it might be from the people who actually do watch the games, and that's their opinion. But I tell you this much: if you win this game on Saturday against Alabama State, I guarantee you nobody will be saying you ain't played anybody anymore after that.
Yeah, just win, baby.
Now, that's a true statement, Wayne.
All I gotta do is win.
That's a true statement.
There it is. I mean, he says we've played more than the West. You haven't played anybody in the East yet. You're getting ready to, though.
Time out. Let's take a few seconds on this preview team. Let me pull up their schedule real quick since we here.
Hold on, no, I know it right off.
No, I mean I want to look at. I want to look at them for my behalf. I know you probably know it like the back of your hand.
No. Here. I got you.
Okay.
I have you.
Since we're here, let's talk about it.
Boom.
All right. So who is this team with all these letters they played on September the 6th? Who is this team?
That was University of Texas Rio Grande Valley.
Some high school team.
No. They are really, really good.
Oh,
they actually are receiving votes this week to be ranked in the FCS poll.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're pretty good. Yes, they are.
I mean, they played a respectable schedule.
That Lincoln.
Except Lincoln.
Yeah.
I think it's no different than anybody else, honestly.
Yeah, well, the only game I ain't giving them credit.
13 points against Alcorn now. I don't know. Now
that's a little sketch. That's a little sketch.
I'm gonna be honest. That Alcorn game is where I kind of like, okay, now Prairie View. Now what y'all doing? All right, Prairie View.
Hold on, I ain't even looking at the Alcorn game.
They haven't played anybody because if you look at the way that Alcorn and Southern and even Grambling have been performing, that's why people are saying they haven't won the games, because the way those teams have performed throughout the season.
Hold on. This is the one that really gave me where I know a lot of people have said that they've ranked you guys down. It's that Northwestern State game. The fact that you only beat them by 3. Northwestern State, and they beat Alcorn. But Northwestern State is terrible. Like, seriously, they are terrible. And how terrible are they? Grambling beat East Texas A&M at the end of the game, and obviously North Carolina Central blasted East Texas A&M. East Texas A&M beat Northwestern State 40-10. Okay, so that is the one game.
The school that just started the football program, or
no? That's Rio Grande Valley. Northwestern State is the team that beat Alcorn that hadn't won in over 1,000 days. Okay, that's the one game that I said is that made me just be like, forget the Alcorn game. I mean, listen, it was at the reservation. I ain't nitpicking on that. But yeah, listen.
Well, I was trying to help y'all, but everybody in the comments, they don't think y'all done played anybody either.
All I gotta say,
my bad, dog.
All I gotta say is this: you win this game Saturday, ain't nobody gonna be talking about you. I can guarantee that.
It seems like they've been playing to the level of their competition. So if they play to the level of Alabama State, they gonna get up and so it's gonna be a close game. And so it seems like they've been playing to the level of their competition every game.
Now said, I will say this: I do see y'all coming out the West. Like I definitely think y'all are going to be the division champs. However,
now since we're live and y'all educated me, can I change my pick to Alabama State?
So hey, that's just where I'm at. Said, and here Mick Dog, he says if PV wins Saturday, they will move the goalpost. You ain't about to see it from nobody on this show. We ain't care to move no goalpost.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about no goalpost.
Right. We don't care nothing about no goalpost.
Sure don't.
I guarantee I've never had oh my God, let me plot against PV. It's only one team I want to see lose consistently in this.
Correct.
Let me tell y'all something. I hate being called a hater for these other schools. It's only one team I don't like that. Y'all be putting me on these bandwagons. No, I'm a Bama State hater. Let's make
Man,
sure.
this how I hate on Alabama State. I hope when they go to McDonald's, the lid ain't on all the way and the drink waste on their clothes.
Listen,
He's so
Somebody tell
stupid.
this man. Hey, said Brass. Listen, you ain't talking to us with this comment, okay? And you ain't talking to us with this.
You got the
comment.
wrong podcast. You sure you log on to the right one?
Hey,
This ain't the trash talking
But-
podcast that you always be getting on, where folks just be saying anything and don't know what the hell they talking about.
I
On
do-
this one, we do know.
Or we don't care enough to backtrack. Like it don't
Hey.
matter.
I do think with Prairie View being at home, they're gonna make that's gonna be a difference. And I do think they're gonna come to play, and I think it's gonna be a close game, whoever wins. So I think with Prairie View being at home, now if they was going to Montgomery, oh no, it ain't happening. Not too many people going to Montgomery because it's hostile down there. But with the game being in Prairie View, I think it's gonna be a close game, and really either team can win.
Man, King is going after these boys, man. He said the same PV, the struggle with Alcorn is gonna be Big Man.
It don't matter where the swag is.
Hey, y'all listen.
Hey,
Hey,
the
y'all
teams are
better.
week to week.
Oh, go ahead, Corey.
No, I'm just saying teams. You can't judge off who in the SWAC right now. You cannot judge teams who playing from week to week because we can play Alabama State on a different weekend. It'll be a closer game. So you cannot judge on these teams on who they playing from week to
Exactly. You can't overlook nobody.
Nobody.
And listen, there ain't no such thing as trap games anywhere. Everybody like to say trap game. There ain't no trap games.
Nope.
Anybody can beat anybody on a given day. Listen,
Correct.
I'm still looking for Valley to pop somebody.
But
Look,
listen,
if you don't come right, if you don't come correct, you will
They
get
always
beat.
get one. They always get one.
I'm just glad they missed us this year.
yeah, I'm glad it went up. Let me say this. I think y'all think that okay. I just want us to be fair. Do y'all honestly think that Alabama A&M podcast is a Alabama State fan that we just gonna pick them over y'all? Do you not know how unbiased I have to be to pick the Bees? I don't want them to win. Like I don't want them. I don't want Alabama State to win.
Trust me. There's not any state unity here.
There's
Not
no
at
state.
all.
We don't.
Not at all.
Hey, and for those, and let me kind of pick back on
Unless
our
we're
rivalry.
unified against state.
We are unified against them. Like I don't think y'all kind of undercut the magnitude of our rivalry. David said it earlier. We beef at everything. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a karaoke contest. We're gonna go in there and try to take over. We do not care for the Bees like that. We don't like the Bees.
Hey, Jen, and we still gonna have to hear it on either end. If Alabama State, they are our rival, so we don't like them. So for us to pick them, and then for Prairie View, he gonna talk smack because he win because he don't go to recess.
Yeah. So, Corey, please. No, why you had to say
Yeah, said Brass talking about we missed your pick tomorrow. Watch it tomorrow. But anyway, yeah.
What we got? We got one more, right?
Yeah, we got one more. But yeah, let's close. Let's move off this, man. We didn't spend a lot of time on this.
Yeah.
All right.
Because now we act like now it seems that we really do care.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest with it, man. I'm gonna be 100% honest with it. As far as I'm concerned, man, listen, I always say to everybody, I root for every single team except for the 4 hours you play Alabama A&M.
Mhm.
And listen, if it's two teams like Prairie View and Alabama State, it's like, man, listen, play well. Listen, whoever wins, you win, whatever. But it brings me to this game right here because this is our game. And what I'm going to say about our game is both teams will be without a quarterback. Will be without a starting quarterback. So whoever is playing quarterback in this game, we'll see what happens at 2 p.m. Central in the hole on Saturday. A&M has won three years in a row in this matchup, which means absolutely nothing because this is a different year. different time, different teams, and teams are going in different. They were going in different trajectories from last week. However, with this being a new week, hopefully, hopefully that there will be some morale that will be gathered, because getting beat 56-13, if that doesn't toughen you up and make you get pissed off and ready to get that sour taste out of your mouth, I don't know what will. But the best way to try to do that is by getting right back on the field and playing a game against a team that's feeling really, really good about themselves. Okay, so in the hole on Saturday, Mickey Joseph is looking to try to keep that momentum going. You see, they're 5-3. And listen, while we were talking about Prairie View's schedule, they didn't get a whole lot of respect for their schedule either until they had this win on Saturday. All right. However it happened, and however all the many people that still continue to talk about it, that's neither here nor there. It's in the past. For A&M, when we show up on Saturday, what I want to see from this team, I just want to see some bigger and better fight and better tackling on defense. Because for me, I feel like this is going to be, without giving away some of my other like analysis, but I'm just gonna say I feel like this is a low scoring game that's loading, because of the fact that you got backup quarterbacks. And when you're talking about backup quarterbacks, usually when you see these type of matchups with backup quarterbacks, there's a limited playbook. And what that says to me is, with a limited playbook, they're not going to necessarily always try to trust these guys to throw the ball like that. So you're going to expect them, to run the ball. You're going to see a lot of Trey Bradford for Grambling, and you're going to see whoever we got at running back that's healthy, that's going to get it, because we don't lean on just one guy. We go with four guys usually. Morrow, Nero, that rhyme, Morrow, Nero, and then so what we got to do, man. Let's just see what we got when we go down there, man. I mean, I don't. He said you didn't see the defense. Listen, didn't I just say it's a different week here? It's a different week.
So this I want to say.
That's a bumblebee. So let him. He. I saw him on the other videos just talking about us like, baby, y'all won. Congratulations. I hope Prairie View beat the stingles off y'all tail. How about that?
Hey, what I want to say. Well, first thing, I've seen a lot of new names in the comments, which is awesome. It's great. I like that you guys subscribed and watched. You had to subscribe. That's the only way you're able to comment. So we appreciate the subscription. But also, y'all got the wrong people. Y'all think we're from the talk trash against y'all. We just be talking. We do this as a hobby, not the way to feed each other. But anyway, I looks like the Grambling quarterback is he's doing. I know he's not 100%, but it looks like he's doing well, right? Is he responsive and all that stuff now?
Yeah, but still,
cool.
But still, everyone still keep him lifted up in prayer. Please, everyone, please keep T said lifted up in your prayer.
Gotcha. And what I want to say about the quarterback play is that Hanley, Saturday was not his first game being the backup quarterback. He's been playing. He helped us seal that victory against Tennessee State when Quad went out. So Saturday wasn't his first game. Now Saturday was one of the worst games he had this year playing at the quarterback position for us as a backup. Now, being the starter, I don't know what happened, but he can play better than what happened on Saturday. I know that
shoulder injury.
Yeah, I know that because I've seen it happen. Haven't seen the Grambling backup quarterback yet. Of course, it's gonna be tough playing at Grambling. They got some momentum now. They feel like they can whoop everybody. They beat Big Bad Jackson State, but we just gotta, like Wayne said, we gotta tackle better on defense, and we gotta get some type of movement on offense. I don't know if we gotta do a bunch of laterals to move the ball down the field. If we gotta take some kickoff returns back to the house to get some momentum. Or I thought that was what we had. Like, I thought we started out pretty good on Saturday when we got that turnover. Like, okay, that's what we need. We just got to keep forcing mistakes, because I knew we were kind of weak on offense. But to me, it's just gonna be how. Well, I don't know if Hanley's playing, but if Hanley's playing, just gonna have to play better. And if the next man up is playing, hey, just play ball, man. What you got to lose at this point?
Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be their third string quarterback, Amron Darrensburg for Grambling. He's the
Okay.
one that got that 4th and 9. Because their backup, Ashton Fry, he's been injured. He got injured during the Texas Southern game. So it looks like they're gonna be down to their third stringer. So Jay, you were saying you want to say something about this game?
Yes. I'm listen. I think last week lit a fire up under our team. I just saw their demeanor at the end of the game, so I'm going with my Bulldogs. Go Bulldogs.
Dave.
Like I said in the beginning, for me, I mean, there are other things as well, but I want to see better tackling. That's what I definitely want to see. I'm rolling with my Bulldogs.
Yep. Corey.
Grambling feeling real good about themselves. They beat Jackson State for the second year in a row. However, like I say, these games are week to week, and if they do come in and think that they see the score that we played last week and think they're gonna roll over us, it's gonna be a different story. Because at the end of the day, we down, we got injuries, but our coaches are winners. They're gonna prepare the team to win, and I just want to see the effort. I want to see how our players are gonna bounce back, and I think we have a good chance to go and win that game at Grambling. And so I'm thinking, I'm picking us to win this game. Even though a lot of people is not, because they're disappointed by Massey Classic, but I think we're gonna go down and find a way to win. And like I say, the players are playing to show, to prove a point that they deserve to be on that field. And so, so I got A&M winning this game.
Well, real good stuff. Well, man, tonight this has been fun, and
Appreciate y'all for watching and saying all types of craziness in the comments.
Yeah. This is it makes the show pretty cool, man. I enjoyed all of the good banter and all that good stuff back and forth, and yeah, man. I just want to see us get back in the winner's circle. I don't just say in the win call. I like getting back in the winner's circle because
Being in the
you get a lot of
conversation.
gifts, a lot of prizes, a lot of good
Wayne,
feels.
Wayne,
Hey,
Wayne, Papa, what Mike said? I'm confused.
hey, Wayne.
How did I belittle? Did I belittle any of the subscribers?
He didn't
Anybody?
belittle nobody. He belittled no one.
Yeah, that's what I said. What did I do?
He said we just happy that everybody just saying and talking
Yeah, I
and
said,
whatever.
yeah, it makes it, like Wayne said, it makes it fun.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Hey, Wayne, I am glad that one reason for Grambling winning is because they were talking about getting rid of their coach at the beginning of the year, so that means we get to Mickey Jones get to stay around for at least another year. So I'm happy that they Grambling won.
Right? Yeah, he'll be around for at least another year.
Yeah, he said who gets to start. We don't know.
Don't know.
You'll
We
find
be knowing
out.
what y'all know.
Yeah. When that ball kick off, man, we'll find out.
The only one we know who ain't playing is Quad.
Yeah, we definitely do know.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's been really, really cool. I really enjoyed just the show tonight. Glad everybody came and hung out. Next week we'll be back with another show, and hopefully we'll be coming on with a show after a Bulldog victory.
Hey, but one thing, Wayne, we ain't talk about the game last night, man.
We didn't.
So we can't let this night go away without.
Yeah, we did play a basketball game in the packed house last night.
In the Mayor's Cup, because last
talk about
week,
about it.
Well, I'm just gonna say, if you remember when we had Coach Jackson and Coach Thorne on, I did tell them that it was going to be a tough game. Both games was going to be tough because even though UH is a Division II, they're they're winning programs and highly ranked because they play a style that's going to force you to play discipline, good passing, good screens, good great 3-point shooters. So it was a great exhibition for both. Unfortunately, we didn't win the women's game, but I think they got a good lesson, as far as, it's preparing them for this WAC season, because you're not going to see many skillful teams that play that style of ball. So I think for us to play that kind of style it's going to help us. The men, I was very impressed about, how they were down at halftime, but they showed a toughness and they adjusted and came out the second half and imposed their will. And really, so that shows a lot about Coach Jackson and the kind of mentality and the way he's able to make those adjustments. And to so that was awesome for them to win. They were ranked like 2 or 3 last year, and right now they're preseason ranked number 6 in the nation in Division 2. So you're not playing, any slouch team, and so it showed a lot of will that our team buckled down and came through to win that game. But the environment last night, for at the Palace at Norman Hills was awesome. And it was a great event where they honored Miss Laura Hall. That was her night last night, honoring her. She's given so much to not only to the state of Alabama, but the Madison County and the city of Huntsville and Alabama A&M. And we had just a lot of city and county leadership, from Anthony Daniels to City Councilman Michelle Watkins, to just a lot, Tom Butler, so we had a lot of great.
We had the Huntsville Sports Commission executive.
Correct.
We had the county commissioner that we had on the show a few months ago.
Yes.
She was there. But yeah, overall good experience. Like Corey was saying, like UAH, they are a Division 2 school. However, it's a crosstown rival. When the men and women's team played each other, they played each other hard. Like nobody cares about us being the bigger school, so to speak. They play ball. UAH men's were 30-3 last year. That's a good record. I don't care what type of league you playing in. You won 30 games and lost 3. You doing something right. But yeah, that was a good game, man. I was impressed how we came back the second half and looked like a totally different squad. That was very impressive for the men. Like piggybacking off what Corey said, Coach Thornton told us, at the halftime of the men's game that, kind of you want to get hit in the mouth now when it don't count, so that you know how you look going into the basketball season. The men play Monday uh, against Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain's a college out of Tennessee. The women play Wednesday, Talladega at home, and next Friday they play Ole Miss at home. So we got the Ole Miss Rebels coming to town. Those are going to be some big games at the EC. We got a game Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The one at Monday starts at 7, and I think Wednesday's at 5, and I think Friday might be 7 o'clock too, because it's a Friday game. But yeah, I'm loving it. I like this overlap when you still got football and basketball and soccer and volleyball. Like, this is the best time of the year, especially when you got the teams playing at home.
Yeah, man. So yeah, big stuff, man. And next week we'll definitely get to talk a little bit more about Coach Yo bringing her Ole Miss Rebels to the event center, man. That's gonna be awesome. So big shout out to everybody tonight, man, that watched. Big shout out to all of the sports teams that's doing their thing. Looking forward to seeing a great bounce back week on the football field, and looking forward to seeing all of you viewers to be here watching us next week.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, man. And so just Corey Williams, I'm Wild Wayne Cartwright, and shout out to our boy DT, and we will see you next week. Good night.